Listen, man. Hey, yo.
Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you are new here, welcome to the channel. Before we even get started, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment, and share this video. I mean, tell somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody to tell somebody. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers, and I need you all's help, okay? So, I was talking to my cousin, and I told her how I made this sage salt. Because if you don't know, I am a turkitarian. Okay. I kid. I'm no turkitarian. I'm a semi-vegetarian. But turkey is a part of my daily diet. I have turkey every day. Like, every day. Okay, so I gotta find ways to zhuzh up my turkey. So I be in this kitchen, and I just be whipping things up. And I said, you know what? The next time I make it, I'm just going to make a video and share it with my people, okay? Because the people want to know, right? Right, the people want to know. Okay, so for this recipe, what you're going to use is some garden sage. Now, you don't have to use garden sage. You can use white sage. I never use white sage. I only use it to burn it, smudge. But you can use white sage. You can use white sage, lemon zest, lemon juice. You're going to need some coarse salt. Now, you can use kosher salt, coarse, or you can use coarse sea salt. It can be coarse Himalayan salt, as long as it's coarse, except for the table salt, okay? And then you're going to need 1 shallot, okay? So, this is the only recipe, only when I use the shallot do I just do everything in the oven. Okay, I put the sage in the oven, I let that dry out in the oven, and it is not the best idea to do, but it works, because when your herbs dry out, it tends to lose its potency, okay? But it works. I put my oven on as low as it can go. I crack the door of the oven so that it's not super hot in there. I don't have a dehydrator, but if you have a dehydrator, you can put it in a dehydrator. So this recipe is going to be easy enough for those who don't have the proper supplies, such as myself here. Okay, I'm going to dice up the shallot and put it on a cookie. Put the diced up shallot on the cookie sheet along with the garden sage and the lemon zest, and then I'm just going to prop it in the oven, and I'm gonna let that dry out for 2 to 3 hours with the door open, okay? Because I really want the essential oils in the garden sage to really be absorbed by the salt, okay? So I'm going to chop up the shallot and chop up the sage, and I will be right back. Okay, so I got the shallot diced up, and I realized I didn't even mention the garlic. Okay, so let me back up. We have the garden sage. We have, this is the salt that I use, the Morton's Himalayan pink salt coarse. Okay, so it has to be coarse, or it can just be the regular Morton sea salt coarse, okay, or kosher salt coarse. Okay, so we have the pink Himalayan coarse salt. We have the juice of a half of 1 lemon. We have the zest of 1 whole lemon. We have chopped garlic and chopped shallots. Shallots. So now what we're going to do is put the garden sage, the lemon zest, the garlic, and the shallot on this cookie sheet, and we're going to put it in the oven for 2 to 3 hours on the lowest temperature. Okay, now I wish I could have I probably could have, but it's just requiring too much work of myself to do such thing. But when you dry your herbs, it loses that potency. So I don't really want the once the garden sage dry, the shallot and the garlic may not be dried at that time, or the lemon. But I'm just going to take the sage out because I don't want to lose all that flavor. Okay. And this lasts indefinitely till you finish it up. It'll be good. And this is what I call cabinet dust. Okay, this is my cabinet dust. So I have this all spread out here. You kind of want it to have a nice flat layer, not bunched on each other, so it can dry out quickly. And with your shallot, sometimes you may have to go in and separate it from its neighbor. It's just going to prolong the drying process. Now I like to have mine, I do smash it up once it's dry, but I still like to have like chunks of shallots and garlic as well as everything in my seasoned blend. I want to know what I'm eating. I want to see it. I want to taste it. But you could let yours dry out completely and crumble it where it turned into a powder. And then you have your garlic powder or your shallot powder, your lemon powder, or sage powder. But like I said, I like to have mine to have like some form. So now I'm just going to pop this in the oven for 2 to 3 hours, and then I'll be back to finish up this recipe. Okay, so now that we have everything dried to our liking, now we're going to mix it together in a bowl with the pink coarse salt, Himalayan salt, and the lemon juice. And then we're going to sit it out and let it dry up just a little bit so that the salt could absorb those flavors from the shallots, the garlic, the sage, the lemon, the juice, all of that. Okay, when I say this is going to be a bottle of goodness, this is a bottle of goodness. And I use this on my turkey. Okay, so now that we have our dry sage, shallots, garlic, and lemon zest, we're just going to put it together in this bowl with the pink Himalayan coarse salt and lemon juice. Okay, so let's start with this sage. And you can just break it up, like that's how easy it is. Once you dry out the herbs, it just starts to break apart. Okay. label it, and there's your cabinet dust. Okay? Thank you for stopping by, tuning in yet again another week with Only Key. Until next time.